Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Elise and welcome back to Forever Stranded. In the last episode, cheated. So in the last episode, we cheated the quest, Dirty, the collecting a million, dirt. We cheated to complete this. We were going to have to at some point anyways. We haven't actually got the million dirt, so we're not going to take a item reward, but we completed that so that we could see what all these other quests in the collector area is all about. And we went ahead and set up a little bit of stuff down here. I've added onto that, so we have a bunch of quantum storage units, all for the various things we need. And I have a bunch of export buses on all of them as well, and hooked up to our AE system and ME system, AE system, whatever you want to call it. And we have all that kind of stuff taken care of. And then we went to the biospheres south, north, south. They're south. To get a jungle sapling because we didn't actually have any. And we set up the cobblestone generators so that this guy is getting cobblestone. So I've been working diligently between episodes. And basically, let's see, I think the closest thing we are to any of this stuff is the Nether Stars, which we are about a little over an eighth of the way there. We need 40,000 Nether Stars. That's actually not that bad. I also went ahead and started hooking up more of the cryo-stabilized flux ducts to all of our stuff, just so there's more power transfer and all that kind of fun stuff. Now, for right now, we're actually pretty good on power. We might want to take a look at a conduit probe. We might make one of those today. Actually, we have one. And let's see. Okay, it's only storing half of the power it can. So that is good. That's what we want to see. That's what this guy is helping with. Whereas this guy is storing like most of the power. I don't know if I think we want it to store more power. I don't know. Either way, it seems to be helping our production stuff. So as you can see, I have a whole bunch of saplings in my inventory. I want to see something today. We're going to put most of these guys away. We're going to look at our quest, the saplings. So can we detect submit those? So it ate them, but did it give us any? No, it didn't give us anything for the oak saplings. So we have 1,000 oak saplings already. I did already put those in here. So that is fine. We're currently working on the birch saplings. Now, before we do anything too much more, I do want to make some fertilized dirt. And we're going to make that here. I also added bone meal to the collection of stuff in there. Oh my gosh, why is it lagging? Oh, wait, I know. One, I need to turn F7 off. And two, I need to get all of these zombies a way out. Come on. You guys aren't that dumb. So yeah, the zombies unfortunately are causing a lot of issues, I think, with frame rate. Yeah, it seems to be the issue. Basically they get stuck because they don't know how to handle the sand, and then things mess up. This guy is almost out of energy, but he's not hooked up to anything, so it doesn't really matter. Also, we'll kill the spider, because why not? Anyways, there's a couple things I want to do before we do too much stuff. One of the big things, also we made our excavator unbreaking last episode, which is really nice. Alright, I want to take some dirt. We're going to take all this dirt. And we'll get back to this in just a moment, but we're going to turn it into, let's see, how many we have? 24. So we're going to take 12 dirt, and we're going to turn it into fertilized dirt. Now, fertilized dirt is supposed to make crops grow faster. I don't know if it works for trees, and I've heard rumors that it is bugged to an extent, that it will actually turn back to dirt when a tree grows on it. If that's the case, it's not a big deal, but it's kind of good to know. So we have bone meal going in through there, and we have everything's working just fine with that. So literally the saplings is just going to be a matter of time. Once we get 1,000 of them, we'll switch out the saplings and do another one. So that's literally just kind of a wait, and it will be done pretty quickly. The rewards aren't that great, but whatever. Next thing I want to do is I want to actually teach the system how to make conduit speed upgrades. So we're going to need piston, which we know how to make, and electrical steel, which we also know how to make. And then the real question is, do we know how to make redstone torches? Yes. Okay, cool. So here in a little bit, we can teach it how to make the upgrades. Alright. There's times where it really feels like we're lagging something hard. Like, it just kind of stops on us for a little bit. But anyways, back to the conduit speed upgrades. We're going to want 15 of these. No, we're going to want more than that. But I realized we don't have iron, because all of our iron is literally in here. So let's take like half a stack of blocks out. And this is what we'll be using for now. So conduit speed upgrades, we're going to want 30 of these, I realize. So that is a lot of iron, but it's fine. We'll get more iron eventually, and we'll get those. So conduit speed upgrades, why do we want them? Well, we want them for our cobblestone generator down here. So that'll speed things up with that. Now all of these guys have acceleration cards in them, and they're all filtered. We have white and light blue cables so that things are nice and don't like interfere. I've been setting up all of the concrete for all of the mob farms and all that kind of stuff, for the mob farms and for all the different rooms that we need. We might put, I don't know, I really don't know where to put the empower. We might put it in here. That could be cool, but honestly it doesn't really matter much to me. I don't see us using it much, and it doesn't really affect much, so we're probably pretty much done with. We could put it in here. This is a nice out of the way place for it, so we'll see. But anyways, I was trying to just kind of clean up the base so we can finish it. That would be nice to do. And I think the last thing I want to do before we get to like a lot of other things, we're gonna take some lapis, we're gonna take some emeralds, and we're gonna make an upgrade for, we're gonna finish the upgrades for the wither farm. Once we're done getting all the nether stars we want, we can turn this off because it doesn't matter much, but we need a mass 3 upgrade, and then I also want to get the rate upgrades. Now of course that's going to cost a lot more power, but this is literally full, and so let's push our power requirements to the limit a little bit. Why is it just feels laggy? I don't know, this mod pack always feels laggy to me. But anyways, we need a mass 3 upgrade, which is going to require some fortune books. Mass 3 requires 2 fortune 3s, fortune 2, fortune 1. So fortune 1, fortune 3s require 27 levels each. So let's get 30 levels. We need 27 more. Alright, then we can get a fortune 2 for 20. And a fortune 1 for 13. Alright, so with that taken care of, we should be able to make, oh my gosh, we should be able to make the upgrade for mass. which is going to give us something really nice. So we have efficiency and unbreaking. We'll worry about those later. But the Mass 3 upgrade, so it's going to spawn more withers per cycle. And there we go. So this is now using a lot more RF per tick. But it's spawning more mobs, which means more nether stars. Now we could also increase the rates. In order to do that, we're going to need power. Okay, power books. I believe that requires arrows. I don't know why I typed power, but I did. So let's get 3 books. Let's get some lapis. And let's get at least a power of the rate 2 upgrade. So I believe it's this. It's projectile protection. Okay, what's power then? Flint. Okay, that's even easier. So flint we have a literal ton of. And so that's a power 2, 10 levels. Just get a bunch of levels. And then we need power 1s, which is 12. And let's see, can we make these? It's a power 1 book. So we need a tier 1 upgrade. I didn't teach you how to make those. Okay, so tier 1 upgrade. We're gonna need under iron times probably like 10. Because I can't imagine, yeah, that's gonna require some as well. And if we want to make the top tier, it's just going to require more power books. I don't think that's really necessary right now, but I mean, we have the ability if we choose. So once it makes the under iron, not under armor, that is something completely different. We'll be good to go. So what else can we get into right now? By the way, the Endermen are giving us experience. This is how I've been getting all the levels. And you know what? Let's go ahead and just go for broke. Flint. We're going to want some more lapis. And so 1, 2. We're going to need 1 more book and quill. So power 3, 2 power 3s. That's going to be 18 levels each. And then we can just eat the solidified experience to get more. So nothing too difficult there. Just going to take some doing. We're going to need a power 2. Book. And quill. We need more flint. And let's see, can we get the tier 1? How about a tier 2? Cool. So the tier 1 requires a power 1 book. Tier 2 requires power 2 and power 1. And then we need another power 3, so we're going to need more lapis. I guess let's go grab a block from down here. And yeah, this will be fine. Let's grab a... Well, let's just throw it into the system. Lapis. Oh wait, lapis isn't part of the storage drawers, I don't believe. So that's a power 4, power 2. We have power 2, power 1. We'll need one of those. And as soon as the level thing increases, 18 levels. So we'll go ahead and get all of this top tier so that hopefully we can get what we want fairly quickly with the withers. So we need this for those. And there is the rate upgrade 3. Perfect. So let's just eat all the rest of the levels. Something else that is going to become a problem sooner rather than later is food. So I'm hoping that I can scavenge enough food around, but that's not something that's super interesting. So I'm not going to devote an episode or anything like that to that. But let's go ahead and get the rate upgrade. And now this guy is running at less power than it can get. So this is where we're going to turn that off for right now. And we're going to get more cryo-stabilized flux ducts. So why do we want these? Well, basically, what we can do is we can break this and just the power conduits. Except for that one, for some reason, also broke the item conduit, which is not what I wanted. So we have that. We can place this here. And I guess we'll put one of the power conduits back so that that can still get power. But what we need to do is draw a line basically of this stuff all the way over there. So I'm going to need like, I don't know, let's get like 100 of those. Nah, that's a little bit much. Cryo-stabilized flux ducts, let's get like 30 of those. That's going to require a lot of nether quartz. So, soul sand. We have a lot of this. We're going to take all of this, and we're going to start sifting it. So that's good. We're also going to need a little bit of gold. That's fine. We can just take a little bit of gold out. And we'll be good to go. So there's that. Okay, so for the rest of the episode, what we're going to work on is we need to start looking at how to get more of the metals. The metals are kind of the big thing. And before I forget again, let's grab conduit speed upgrades. We'll come down here and we'll get these in both of them. And then that should, yeah, that'll go a lot faster. So it's constantly just putting two cobblestone in there. We need 600,000 cobblestone, so that should not take that long. So with that taken care of, the big things that we're going to need to get a lot of is iron, gold, diamonds, and lapis. And currently we are getting a good bit of it from our laser drill. This is the ore miner. So let's take a look at the ore miner. So the ore miner does give us, we're using a yellow lens. Yellow lens in the ore miner gives us gold, glowstone, and sulfur. In the resource miner, one thing that's good to note, we'll get a lot of sand from that. Can we get sandstone from that? I actually don't know. That was a sponge. Limestone. So currently with the void resource miner, the only thing we care about is grass and dirt. and podzol and stuff like that. So what we can always do is power these guys up with speed modifiers. There's what, 3, 6, 9, 12. So if we do 6 of each of the modifiers, I think that's not bad. That wouldn't be a terrible thing, but that's going to require a lot of gold. And accuracy modifier is a little bit of diamond. A lot of mica though. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. But what we're getting from those is ores. Specifically, we're getting diamond ores, which is great. Iron ore, lapis ore, and gold ore. If it wants to give me the rest of it. So we have all of these ores. Now the question is, if we want to turn these into the ingots or the diamonds or whatever, the blocks of metal, what's going to be the best way to do that? So let's take each one in turn and kind of figure out if we want to expend the resources to make a better system than what we have available to us, or are we going to go the slow and steady rate? Now iron is an interesting thing. Iron and gold are both interesting because we can make some things to get around it. So with iron, we can make a iron golem farm. And I'm not going to make like a vanilla one. We'll make it with a mob spawner. That would give us 3 iron for every kill. And that would be fine. With the gold, we can make a zombie pigman farm. We can actually, something we could do is get another mob controller, like so. And once we're done with the wither stars, switch this guy to zombie pigman, put a looting upgrade tower on this, and that would be enough. That'll give us a lot of gold ingots, a lot of gold nuggets, and that is 2 ways to get that. The problem is diamond blocks and lapis. So diamond we can get from more or less sifting. Dungeons and stuff like that will give us some diamonds every once in a while. Not really good enough. Smelting crushed diamonds, so diamond horse armor is good for that, but otherwise not really that great. So let's see, if we wanted to use a bunch of coal, we could use compressors, but that requires blocks of iron, bricks, or obsidian. So that's not terrible, but it does require a lot of coal for a single diamond, and it's a lot of work. So that is probably a not. Probably the best way to do this is going to be with sifting. World Gen, there is, yeah, if we can get diamond ores, anything diamond we can grind up. We'll look at some of our stuff. What is that? Diamond shield. We'll look at some of our stuff and see if we have anything full durability to get some more diamonds out of the pulverizer. But best way we can get diamonds from the ore is kind of the question. Now we can also sag mill coal, and occasionally, very rarely, we'll get diamonds. So that's not super useful. So basically, diamond ore and diamond sifting is going to be the only ways to really get mass quantities of diamonds, and we need, I wrote all this stuff down, we need 9,000 of those. So what's the best way? Let's see, crushing will double, pulverizing will double, unless we do this tectonic initiator, which is pretty expensive to make in general. It also converts the pulverizer to a tectonic initiator. This is the only thing it can do. Uses power and tectonic petroleum to give you an extra diamond. Or we can just sag mill it. We'll have a 25% chance. If we use dark steel, we can have a better chance. So I think that's what we're going to do for that. What's probably going to be what we do for a lot of this stuff. So can we get like 20 dark steel? So in the sag mill, we currently have flint. We don't want to have flint. And And I'll show you why in a little bit. So let's look at the next one, lapis. The lapis ore, again, like the only way to get lapis other than the ore is sifting. There are villager trades if we can get a cleric, but that doesn't seem like the best of ideas either. Sag milling will give us a good bit, and that's probably what we're going to go for. It gives us more in general than a redstone furnace. Doesn't give us as much as a pulverizer necessarily, but that's what the dark steel is going to be for. So if we turn dark steel, 5 dark steel turns into dark steel balls. Now, if we look at flint, sag mill grinding, it gives you 120% main output, 125 bonus output, and then some power reduction. We don't care about the power reduction. That's irrelevant to us. The dark steel balls gives you 150 main output, 200% bonus output, plus more reduction. So it is much better. And we should get a lot more stuff out of it. So this is what we're going to do for those two. Now, gold. Gold we can grind up first with like the sag mill and then smelt it up. And honestly, I think that's what we're going to do. Now, there is another... What is this? Gain additional ingot. So that is not nearly as useful as other things. But the induction smelter, there is another way we can upgrade this to a pyro concentrator. Uses blazing pyrotheum to make more ore. This is a lot cheaper, a lot more doable, but it would require us to get another induction smelter plus a magma crucible and make more stuff. Is that worth a single extra ingot? I don't think so. Now, if we had cinnabar, which we can get by pulverizing or tectonic initiate, actually no, that doesn't change the chance. We can get that from pulverizing redstone ore, which we have 100 of. Cinnabar, I believe you can also get from, there is another way. Nope, just that. Okay. Sometimes there's other ways with what is called the jelly cryothium, but that just doesn't seem worth it to me. Every 20% with sand and gold, every so often we get some rich slag, which we could then use to make more gold and get just normal slag. But I think what we're going to do is just grind things up. So there is 2 stacks of diamonds pretty quickly. So we're going to grind all this stuff up, and that's going to be how I get as much stuff as I can with our ores. And we're just going to continuously like make sure there's plenty of dark steel balls. They do last for a good bit, but they don't last indefinitely. Unfortunately, that is not the case. So diamonds, I mean, that's 16 diamond blocks right there. Now we do have some horse armor. We do have a diamond pick, a diamond axe, a diamond shovel, and this stuff can be pulverized for more diamonds. So that's what we'll do. Alright, so how are we doing for saplings? 300. So let's just get a bunch of saplings down here. And a lot of this is just going to take some time. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Alright, come on, follow me. Maybe the rest of them will figure out how to get out. But yeah, so a lot of this is going to be... I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't really know what to do about this series kind of going forward. Not so much because like I'm not enjoying it or something. That's not the case. But we're to the point where it's going to be incredibly grindy, and I really don't know what to put in these episodes. So kind of the idea that I'm having is as we run into problems such as like this guy, can we get the cryo-stabilized stuff? All 30 of it. We're still missing 100 nether quartz. So it's still sifting. So that's going to take a while. But that's okay. But this guy is done. No, not done. This guy is done. And it's going to give us a lot of stuff. We're going to get a lot of lapis from all this. And just all in all, it's going to be a great way to get a lot of materials fairly easily, fairly quickly. And we don't have to worry about anything. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a lot of work. I will, maybe the next episode will be much more, this episode we kind of could do stuff, if it, you know what I mean, like, we actually had things to work on and things to do, whereas as we kind of go forward, we're going to have less of that as we basically start getting to the point where we have what we need. So like next episode, maybe I will run through all the trees, and then once they're done, I can kind of bring you guys back in, and we'll do more of a clip episode from here on out, unless there's stuff I think you guys need to see, or systems I need to build, or something like that. But otherwise, this is really just a grindy thing. It's not much to say about it. There's not much to do. Oh my gosh. It's just a matter of, you know, figuring out what it is we want to kind of accomplish and go from that. So lapis, is lapis not in a, no it is, huh? Is it not being stored there? I mean, it should be. Let's see, lapis. I know, okay. No, it is. It just didn't update. So yeah, we can just kind of do a lot of work with this. So something we might as well do while I have you guys with me is let's get a mob prism. We have one for witches. We have an extra one. I want to, let's see, 4 iron and then a pumpkin, which we might have to go downstairs and steal one. Not a problem. I've been doing that on and off all the time. And then we're also going to grab a soul vial, just in case. So first thing I want to do is I want to try to see if we can't get, I didn't mean to throw both of those in there, just one and one in there. Alright, we're going to see what happens to a, oh my gosh, why is my, no, my FPS is not tanking. It just feels like it is. Alright, we're going to see if we can make a iron golem. And see if, so attack, oh cool, well that explains that. We can also capture them, which we're going to go ahead and do in a soul vial, just to have. So we're going to need another mob prism, which is going to require orange and red. So poppies, and then I'm going to need a dandelion yellow, so we can get the orange dyes. And then of course I forgot the mob prism frame, which I don't have auto taught to the system. That's okay. So we'll have to make more mob controllers. I'll do that off camera. You guys have seen me do that a couple of times now. Um, nope. Okay, so I guess we've got to do this like so. I vendor. Mob prism frame. Mob prism. Alright, cool. So, wrong one. Let's grab all this lapis. Throw all the lapis in here. And I'll process more ores later. So all we have to do now is go to the nether and punch a pigman. So this is usually frowned upon. You know what? No. Well. I think we have a little bit of a base. Oh my god, at the number of rabbits that have jumped through the portal. Why is there sand there? Right, we have a chest that was there for some reason. And then there's so many, like, there's like 3 fortresses all hanging around. So let's fly over here. I want to kind of stay away from some of the spawners and stuff, because I don't really want to deal with a lot of the stuff in here. Alright. Cool. So that's all we needed to do. We now have a pigman spawner. I feel somewhat bad about crushing that rabbit, but not really. Alright, so I love that there's so many rabbits. That explains why there's like not many rabbits in the overworld anymore. But now we have a zombie pigman. I will turn those into actual like controllers, and that will be great. Can we make 30 yet? No. How about 20? Yes. I will do that, and then we can, let's see, let's actually make controllers. So if we want to make controllers, we have one. We're going to want 2 more. And hold up. That said zombie. Is there anything? I wonder if it is still a zombie pigman or not. Well, I guess we'll see. So the controllers, we're gonna need factory casing. We have most of the stuff. You know what? It doesn't really matter. But we have a lot of Enderman heads. I don't really care about the glass. So we're gonna need 1 more piece of glass. We can use that, and we're gonna need casing and a connector. As soon as the casing's done, which it is. Alright, so that should be everything we need for 2 mob controllers. And then prisms, we want, not that one, we want the other 2, zombie, iron golem. So we'll put these guys down. Shift click, iron golem. Alright, so I'm a little bit worried about the zombie pigman. It just says zombie. So I don't know if there is a special way. I think it said something about that in the book, but I don't know off the top of my head if there's a special way to deal with that. How to craft, building a factory. Did it say Pig zombie. Mob zombie programmed. Oh, so it probably spawns both. So I don't know. We'll kind of see. Proxy and extenders, extra spawn requirements. So that tells you if you need anything else. Upgrade totems. We know about that stuff. Some mobs are not allowed. And whatnot. So, okay. That stuff doesn't matter to us because we don't really care about the dragon. Okay, so with that taken care of, let's see, we have another 100 birch saplings. We have 18 cryo-stabilized flux ducts. So let's see if we can hook up. I don't think that's enough, but we'll try. So, yeah, that is not enough, but probably about halfway. So, I will tell you guys what. I think from here, we told him to make 20, right? Yeah. You know what? Can we make 10 more? No. So I'll tell you guys what. Let's go ahead and end the episode off here. Good time to kind of wrap things up. I am going to do some work off camera, and I'm going to get things kind of prepped and ready. Let's see how close we are with the cobblestone. Once that is done, we're going to break the cobblestone generators and just forget about it. But we are at 162,000. We need 600,000. So we're about a fourth of the way there. So that's not too bad. Sand and all this stuff is going to take a while. The nether stars is probably the only thing that's not going to take that long, other than the saplings. Dirt is something else that we're going to have to keep working on. But I have lots of grass blocks that what I like to do with the grass, mycelium, because I get a lot of that as well, and podzol. We get a ton of podzol. So what I do is, if we put these together, we can make dirt slabs, and then the dirt slabs can be converted into normal dirt. Otherwise, I don't feel bad about doing this. So I've said before that there is a way that you can make the dirt slabs with coarse dirt, which you can use 2 dirt and 2 gravel gives you 4 coarse dirt, which would then give you the dirt slabs. It would give you 8 dirt slabs that you could then use to make 4 dirt. Then you could use the 4 dirt with 4 more gravel and duplicate the dirt. That is a little cheaty for us. I'm not going to do that, but I don't mind using the dirt slabs to convert this stuff to dirt, because honestly it's slightly different. If I wanted to make all this dirt, I could just take it outside, put it in the ground, like so, and use the shovel. I didn't mean to do that, but you know, I can. So it's just something to kind of consider. Grass blocks, I have to do that anyway. So yeah, that's kind of the idea. But I'm going to work on getting more of the cryo-stabilized flux ducts so that we can get more power to our wither farm. We're going to power that guy up, get the wither stars. I'm going to continue working on getting all of the birch saplings, and it is definitely lagging. It feels like it's lagging. I don't know. It always feels like it's lagging to me. But I'm going to get the tree saplings, going to try to get most of the cobblestone and all that kind of fun stuff, and just kind of let things run for a bit. And the next episode, we will probably do a little bit more of a clip show, and hopefully complete most of the stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!